Peace, peace, peace. I am Phillip Roundtree, and you are tuned into the March 26th edition of Rhetorically Speaking. I am joined by my lovely, beautiful. She got the bundles in today. I see her. I don't know if they bundles. I don't know if
They're not.
they're not bundles. What's
No,
what's
I mean
like
a bundle of kinky hair. Yeah,
what's like half a bundle?
I don't know, but this very well could have been my hair. Okay.
We did see you with the rock rough and tough with my Afro puffs last week, so
Yes.
that very well could be you. But since you just said it was the kinky, now we know that. I think you affirm that that's not what it is.
You put me on the spot. My natural sisters would have called me out anyway. It's cool.
Word, word. So that is our resident guest co-host. I guess resident guest co-host. That might not go together, but that is Miss Ashley G. She is a dope woman doing dope things out here in the comedic world. Even though she hasn't told a joke yet, I don't think on here. Tell us a joke. Tell us a joke.
No, that's not how that works.
It's not like
No,
you
no.
don't, you don't got no knock knocks for the people.
I don't have any knock knocks, but let's chat.
Oh my excuse me. Let's get to the goings on. So yeah, so we're gonna get right into it, man. Listen, this is gonna be more of a lighthearted episode just because it's been kind of heavy the last few weeks. This is, the second week of rhetorically speaking, but it's been heavy. We've been talking about corona, people dying left and right. You got Governor Cuomo in New York saying that people going to die. No, he didn't say people going to die. I take that back. He said that half the people in New York are going to get corona. We all know everybody at some point is going to get corona. The fact of the matter is, you hope you get it closer during the time where they have a cure, as opposed to getting it now where Trump and them still twiddling on their thumbs. So,
How did you translate that into people going to die? I'm still stuck on.
well, I mean, people gonna die. If we could be honest, if we could keep it real about what's going on in these corona streets, like people, it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate.
It
uh,
is.
that the older people and some young people are going to pass away as a result of it. Like my mom said, she was, I ran this Facebook Live this morning. My mom said she's signing off. I'm like, oh, you can't use that terminology, mama. Unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
Like it's all
Um,
good. But you can't use that terminology, ma. Like you signing off. What that mean? Like you about to you going from the
I'm
Rona
gonna need her
or
to elaborate on that as well. What's going on?
yeah, exactly. Hold, I'm sorry. I just got hit up in my Facebook Marketplace because I'm selling something, and she just hit me up like, "Yo, is this still available?" So the funds come before rhetorically speaking. So, but I'm gonna put her on hold just because we know how it's going down in this climate. You know what you're gonna do with your 1,200 when you get it?
You know what? I'm gonna put that towards the student loan. Are they gonna pay those student loans off? Because I don't even have a degree, and I'm tired of paying on this. So, what's up? What they doing with the student loan thing? But that's where I'm putting my 1,200.
Well, listen, I already said I'm gonna go. I don't want to do my people like this. But ghetto could be black or white people. It could be Asian people. It could be a whole lot of things, So I'm gonna go,
Fact.
but I want to say Negrofied, right? I want to go and buy me something that is not gonna go directly to them, right? It's got to hit a couple hands before it get to them. Like if I pay my mortgage, the bank's gonna get it all. They gonna get it all right then
Mhm.
and there. But I want to buy something like some Balenciagas or something, just so I could have something to show for. Who needs a house, right?
Right.
Let me get something on my feet.
Please don't go buy them. Are you with those thick soles?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yo,
Why are you doing that?
I saw a Carolina blue pair of Balenciaga, and first off, I'm never the person that will ever go buy anything Balenciaga ish, but I just saw them and I'm like, yo, people out here like killing folk for these, right? Like people out here hustling and working for minimum wage jobs just to go get a pair of Balenci's, and I'm like,
That makes a whole lot of sense, though, when you think about it. People working real hard, minimum wage job, so they're probably standing. Those shoes with that insole support, I can see why. You know what I mean? Like why those Balenciagas would be necessary because that insole support, they got the arches is gone. You at the window all day, your arch is gone. You
uh,
flat in the foot.
Shout out to my mama. I guess she didn't just sign off. She wanted to clarify. She said, "I just meant the conversation that was occurring was above my pay grade, so I was showing respect." I appreciate you, mom. Because yes, so for those who don't
Okay.
know, my partner and I, shout out to her. We were having a conversation this morning about open relationships and how we're supposedly in an open relationship, but I think we were still trying to figure out the kinks while being on Facebook Live and trying to understand it. And so yeah, so that's when my mom she had to gracefully bow out,
I
which
was about to say, you talking like that in front of your mama?
she she said I'm confused. No, and she was like I'm confused, and it was like, well, I'm glad you're confused, mom, because that shows. I'm glad you weren't out here in these open relationship streets back in '65. Like I'm thankful of that. So but yeah, that was the conversation. And feel free to check out the YouTube where this is also live streaming. Don't forget to subscribe, Quantify LLC, where you can watch that 40 minutes. I know you tuned in, Ash. What was your thoughts on that?
Great conversation. No, it was good. So my comment was it sound more so like a dictatorship, and making rules as you go type of deal, versus it just being kind of an open, flowing, like we know what it is type of relationship. And listen, it's layered. Open relationships seem like because overall we all been doing the monogamy thing, so overall, I think the idea of open relationships can be a little layered.
Yeah.
And there's bits and pieces, and then we have our own individual personalities and insecurities too, and we got to check those. Sometimes the idea of an open relationship, like, oh, I'm ready for this, and it's like, no, you're not, sis. No, you not.
Yeah.
You kind of crazy. You need to work on your crazy first. You need to work on that before you try to open anything. Keep that lid closed.
Yeah, I feel like that's the
So
majority of y'all. Like
no, listen. Um,
no, not y'all.
dang, I'm like, how can I talk about this without saying so much? But no, I will say I dated a guy who couldn't handle. A lot of men think they can handle the idea of dealing with a woman where other women are attracted to that woman, because this is this thing like, oh, at one point in my life I can have two women. But when you date a woman that other women are highly attracted to, you're not prepared for that. That person was so insecure. It was such a hard time dealing with this person, because not only did I have to deal with him thinking I would step out with another guy, but he also was like concerned about other women. Like these would be my homegirls, like my friends. Why she call you this? I'm like, boo? Why she call me boo? So y'all have y'all things too, where y'all insecurities need to be worked on, before y'all even start entering open or whatever type of relationship other than monogamous.
Oh no, no, I completely agree. So
Yeah.
were they like lesbian friends, or were they
This
friends?
is just my homegirls.
No, see, that's
But
that's a that's a him problem. You know what I mean? That's what we talk about. Where
yeah,
boys, he need to get his mind together. He's insecure for whatever reason. I don't know if he been cheated on. I don't know if he wasn't hugged as a child by his mom or his sisters. Antagonize him. I don't. Who knows? But yeah, because that's just out of pocket. Like, that's what y'all do, right? Like y'all go and say, "What's up, B?" I can't say the B word because
right,
I'm not going. But that's what y'all do. Like that's how y'all give it up. So
right.
yeah, that's definitely a layer of insecurity. No, when we talk about, oh, all right, ma, I love you too. I guess she checking out for the night. Go get some
Oh, she
sleep.
out again.
No, we not talking
Yo,
about that tonight, ma. We about to get into what the white people doing.
mom, come back.
We're about to get in
Come
with what
back.
the white people doing. And also, if you guys are interested in calling in, if you have some thoughts about our conversation tonight, definitely give us a call at 267-420-2070. Or if you can read, it is right there on the screen, right? For those who are interested in calling in, definitely will get to you.
All
Um
my people can read. I don't know about your folks.
well,
I got some wine tonight. Phil, look at my wine. I know we can't be like plugging stuff, but I know this may look backwards on the camera, but it's just cheap white wine. I just wanted to show that, but I am sipping tonight.
Oh, oh, so we might get the jokety jokes out tonight
Oh,
with you and your sipping bag. So now, listen, do your thing, man. But since the fact that you did bring up white, right? You did since you said white, we gonna get into to our first, and this really gonna spawn the rest of the conversation for the evening. But white people back at it again, man. White people, and
what are they
shout out to my
doing?
white people. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely show me love. I got a few white friends,
White
right?
folks are so fun. What
They
are they doing?
they are. So white folk are out here coughing in places they have no business coughing. So as you can see up there, it says woman coughs in market causes $35,000 worth of food waste. So
No.
yeah, right. So just off top, what are your thoughts? Just without hearing the details, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so first of all, I need context. Like, what type of cough did she give us? The in the I guess right now you just can't be in these streets coughing, sis. You're gonna have to pass out. You gotta pass out. You just gonna have to go unresponsive,
Yeah,
because you held that cough in because it's too risky at this point. $35,000 worth of food waste. So I'm trying to envision what area is this on the outskirts? Because on the outskirts of the market, that's all the whole foods, right? And then on the inside is where all the processed shenanigans is.
yeah.
So none of that. I mean, is all of that 35K worth of food? I think somebody is being extra. Who
So
reported this?
so first, this took place in Hanover Township, Pennsylvania. I have no idea where that is. Never heard of it a day in my life. But again, with the further you go west in Pennsylvania, again, it's a red country. It's a red country, Trump town, and what have you. So apparently,
Mhm.
the unnamed woman. And so I got a problem with that fresh off rip, the unnamed woman. Like, no, you need to put her out here. We need to shame her first and foremost. So she went into a small grocery chain, Garrity's supermarket, and she
Gary.
started coughing on produce, bakery items, meat, and other merchandise. That's where the 35K come in. Because if you have been, if I'm sure you've been in the Acme at some point, like their napkins are
Mhm.
like $7.99, right, for like four of them. So if it's a small grocery chain, they probably got to pay more for their stuff.
Right.
So she's coughing on everything, shelves. So they got to start removing shelves and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so
Shelves? So yeah, okay, so the virus does live on surfaces for X amount of time. But okay, so she had to do some barking. She might have one of those. She might got that COPD cough because
yo,
what?
that's a nasty cough.
That's a nasty cough.
Yo, that's a
Damn.
yo. I had that cough in ninth grade, right? My mom, I think she left already, so I could tell this story. So, because you say COPD cough, so we all go through that spell of whether it's cigarettes or it could be drinking or smoking marijuana. It could be these different things, cigars that we might engage in, or just this. Again, we're young, we trying to try something different. So in ninth grade, I had like a 2 week cigarette smoking habit. Right, I had my homegirl Tamisha. She would get me like a couple Lucy's, and I would be at the bus stop smoking. And so I'll smoke a cigarette. Again, I'm 14. I have no
Right.
idea what I'm doing. I'm not even probably inhaling properly. So I did this for about a week or two. I got in ninth grade algebra with Miss Jaffe, and I had that COPD cough. And it was like a rough, like, oh, no. I can't do this no more. Like, I can't cough and hell no. I can't do
Let's
this.
go. Let's go into this ninth grade stress that drove you to cigarettes. Let's talk about.
You don't want to talk about that. You don't really want to know what was going down in ninth grade. Like,
I, okay.
I mean,
I may not.
speaking of, I had a little crush on Tamisha. You know what I mean? So the fact that she could get me the cigarettes, I felt like it was like it was like a little thing where she like, all right, you might be kind of cool, you know. But no, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. She wasn't feeling me one iota, and it was just the reality. So, I didn't get.
Was you packing it? Was you packing the Jones? Was you like this? And then you pull one out? Packing butts is what they call them. That's what the white folks are. Packing butt. Was you packing butts?
First, I first listen. Listen. So let's clear this up. I don't do the pause culture at all. I don't live that life. However, if I
Okay.
was one to live the pause life, then this would be like the perfect time to
That's the move.
implement.
Packing butts.
And shout out to everybody on the LGBTQ plus spectrum, right? I don't, much love to all of y'all, but no, I wasn't out there packing butts. I actually don't understand the purpose of it, right? Like nobody has yet to let me know why people are out here packing butts and engaging in that type of behavior. I just don't understand it. What is it about it? Seeing as though you familiar with the terminology there, people.
Packing butts. I'm just going to assume that it is getting the tobacco, however the cigarettes are aligned in its filter or pack.
Okay.
It's getting the tobacco down closer to the filter.
Okay.
So when you're packing it, you're just kind of, because folk, especially the soft pack, you have. I ain't never smoked a cigarette, but you put them in your back pocket, you sit down, you crush them. So packing the butts is really shifting around the tobacco for you, I think.
Okay. I
So
should.
that's that.
Yeah. So back to this white woman, because I listen. You done lost me. You done lost me. I don't know what's going on, what's happening,
I'm
but
sorry.
yeah. So I thought this story to be interesting and how just disrespectful that is. Like I feel like I feel like that's a hate crime, right? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's a hate crime in a sense where and a guy, and I'm looking it up now. A guy was charged with a terroristic threat because he went into Walmart and he coughed on some things in Walmart and he got charged with Missouri man charged with licking items at Walmart to mock coronavirus fears. And again, it's just like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, why do you think that's a cool thing to do? Like, again, who raised you? Who raised you?
Um, so there is a series of videos on the internet of people going into Walmart just harassing patrons in general. And I just recently watched one of a dude doing a and the lady just kind of looked at him and backed her cart up and he's recording it, you know what I mean, for the laughs, but it's just like this this ain't the time for that.
No, no. I
This ain't the time. Walmart already got one cashier. Stop playing around in Walmart like this. Like we didn't come here for this. We came to get our rollback items and leave out this door with water at the bottom of our cart that we did not scan. Also, like
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
we
whoa,
can't
whoa!
just be
Time out,
doing.
time out. Pause, pause. You do that too?
I know somebody who does it.
I mean, listen, if we all going again. We like I said earlier, we all gonna die, right? So I think at this time
Yeah.
we need to come to grips with, and you're a believer, and so I think this might be a time for you to confess your sins, right? Like I don't know if you saw it, but the Pope said, "Yo," and this was wild to me. The Pope said, "Listen, like I got to take a step back, due to the virus, so y'all could talk straight to God."
Wait a minute. I'm a believer in what?
You believer in the Most High?
Okay. So the Pope said, send me your prayer via DM because I ain't trying to hear that right
He
now.
not even via DM. He like, yo, I'm leaving it on red. Like I'm not even going to send it for it. Like leave me out of it. And so
Give it to God
yeah,
directly.
I think this, and the Pope might be an extreme example, but it's the realness is like we starting to see a lot of these middlemen and a lot of things we thought were necessary. Like, yo, this
Hmm.
stuff isn't necessary, right? Like
Yeah.
I was not to go heavy into sports, but like the NFL, like their draft is coming up. And so they used to send scouts all to these different places and they have dozens of people just invested in this whole process.
Yeah.
And it's just like everybody at the crib right now, but they still saying the
Yeah.
draft gonna go on. And so you start recognizing, yo, we don't need you to really get these things popping. It's like the automated cashier, like the scan. For they don't. They just need somebody to watch the Joe, make sure you putting the
Right.
stuff in there. But you don't need 10, 20 cashiers.
Yeah, I need you to come put that code in because this damn thing getting on my nerves every 5 minutes. Now I didn't put this in my cart yet because I'm not ready. So yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So I mean, and what's going on with these people, man? It just made me sit and realize, like, yo, people are out here, like that's evil. Like it's no if ands or buts about that. Like going to go cough on some ish
I
is
wish we had
evil.
the context though. Like I wish we had more. Like, is this one of those things where this lady just could not hold her cough in, or was she legit trying to threaten the world? Damn it! I thought I had this on Do Not Disturb. Oh,
You better
is
tell
she?
Barry to relax. Barry.
I thought I had on Do Not. Oh my God! Stop! I'm so sorry.
No,
That's
you're good.
not right. Am I back? Are we live?
Yeah, we good.
Um. So yeah, I wish we just had a little more context.
I feel like
I don't.
we got the context just because like the layout of supermarkets, right? So they say she coughing on produce. Like bread and produce are usually on the opposite sides of the supermarket. You know what I mean? So when you go in, notice that it's usually
Yeah.
like the fruit soon as you walk in, right? That's the fresh
Right.
stuff. The bread and all that other stuff is always on the other side. So what I'm thinking is she might have been just walking around like, yo, F all y'all.
In that case, she's girl. Well, I do know. I know a Whole Foods in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas. There's a Whole Foods in Dallas where the produce and the bread are right there.
Oh,
So
right.
whatever the case
Whole
may be,
Foods.
yeah, whatever the case may be, she wilding for hacking it up in the supermarket with this the climate we're in, the times we're in. It's above us now, lady. You owe 35K.
Yeah, and that's what's going to end up happening. So she ended up getting hospitalized for mental health issues. I don't know, like I don't know the particulars with that, but she ended up being hospitalized, and so they're saying that they are going to charge her once she's done her hospitalization because again, and they're going to test her. So maybe she was just doing it for free testing, maybe. Like I think that might be a way because again, we know everybody can't get tested, and so she might be concerned. Like, let me show out in here, so they have to test me. But then, even still, when she get that bill and it's a couple $1,000s for the testing, she gonna be sitting there salty, no diggity, no doubt. You know what I'm saying?
People are really weird. People are weird. And now that you mentioned that about possibly her needing a test, that sounds about right. That's really unfortunate. Like she she's in a mental hospital right now. Sis,
Getting some.
just wait. Just you all you have to do was just follow the CDC guidelines, all of these health professionals posting all kind of things on social media for you to just get an understanding of when is the right time to go to the hospital and when you need to get tested.
Yeah.
Why could you just sit down?
Yeah, I feel like that's becoming my catchphrase. Like, Cole, sit your $5 down before I make change. Like, I think that's what a lot of people need to do at this point. And so, again, we talk about segues, and sitting our $5 selves down. So I had that feeling today, right? Like, I felt like America needs to sit their $5 down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen the hype on social media about this Tiger King Netflix show. Have you seen it at all?
So I've seen the hype. So, I lived in Texas. Oklahoma is kind of bordering Texas somewhere on the map. I don't know, I don't have a map right now. But
Okay.
anyway, I had a coworker and his girlfriend go to that zoo about 2 years ago. And he came back and he was telling me about it, and he had this look on his face like he just really didn't know what to feel because it was the weirdest experience he ever had in his life. He gave me the business card. He was like, this dude Joe Exotica, dude's weird, man. It was just me and my girlfriend in the zoo, like nobody else was there. It was just us. He handed me the business card. I looked up the dude's social media. This was early in his social media days, so he didn't have a lot posted. But he referred to a lot of the tigers as gay boys. And I just thought, I was just like, that's so interesting. Why is he calling these tigers gay boys? And then this show today, I'm like, that, see, he's ridiculous. This guy's crazy. He's nuts. He's
So,
nuts.
so for those, and that is our guest co-host today on Rhetorically Speaking, Ashley Guy, talking about our next topic, which is just this hype around this movie Tiger King. And feel free to call in 267-420-2070. You don't got to worry, that's my Google Voice number. So if you call at any other time except during this show, you will not get me. Right? Bill
Ain't nobody
collectors
calling
take
you.
note. They not calling me. Yo, my
Calling
phone.
you.
Yo, when I say my phone gets no love, like you ever send a text just to just to try to make sure it work? Like yo,
Yo, the quarantine is revealing how washed I really am, fam. So don't feel bad. We in the we in the. I mean, you got things going on, but like I'm really wild.
here you go.
Quarantine.
Listen, I got things. I got a partner, but I'm in an open relationship. You know what I mean? So I can have multiple things popping off as long as I
Thanks.
disclose. As long as I disclose the things,
As
right?
long as you just go,
As long as
please
yeah,
do.
yeah. Again, I'm all about open honesty, and we're gonna really have that discussion. I'm gonna have her in for an episode. I might have you like moderate the whole
Oh,
joint.
that'll be cool. I'm with it.
All right, sound good. We'll do that sometime next week or the upcoming weeks. But so with this movie Tiger King, again, everybody on social media was like, "Yo, the thing is crazy, is wild." You know, the murder twist. They were comparing it to making of a murderer and all of that. And then it was I went to Netflix today because I saw it for the last week or so, and I was like, I have no interest in watching that. So I heard him talking about it on the radio. So I went to Netflix. It's the number one trending thing in America right now. And so I'm like, let me sit down and watch this joint.
Hmm.
I watched episode one. I said, oh, okay.
Why are they so I didn't watch it. Why are they comparing it to Making a Murder?
Because it's like a whole lot of, so I guess the part of the plot is he tried to hire some Joe Exotic to try to hire. Damn, Joe Exotica tried to hire someone
Hmm.
to murder this animal activist that he was having beef with, and so that was part of the plot and a part of the storyline. And with me watching it, the first episode, and I got into the second episode, and I said, "Yo, this is trash." Right? I said, "This is trash. This isn't entertaining." I fell asleep on it like 4 or 5 times. I said,
Right.
"But people do this, right? It be this whole group think.
Yeah.
This whole group think when it comes to things like movies or music or what have you, everybody, oh my god, this the next best thing." And so I was, a person commented on my Facebook post. They was like, "Yo, like once you watch Investigation Discovery Channel and real murders and stuff, like you
Right.
watching this is just like minor. It's whack." And so
Hmm.
I agree. And with that, it just had me thinking and getting into our Thursday questions. What was something that you experienced? And for those you out there as well, something that people hyped up, they hyped you up about, right? And you
Wait,
indulged
did
it.
any of y'all watch Joe Exotica? Or what is it called? Tiger? I
It's the
did not
something
watch
Tiger
it,
King.
but I'm confused as to why they're comparing it to that. But go ahead back to your question. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and feel free if you got thoughts on Tiger King, definitely, let us know. But it just had me thinking like, yo, I what is something that somebody the hype beast hyped up and it just wasn't worth it. So is there anything you could think of, or the people out there, again, feel free to call in 267-420-2070, something that you've experienced where everybody just hyped it up like it was going to be so amazing,
Hmm.
and you were like, all right, this is ass, this is terrible.
Well, okay, so I can't think of a moment where something was like awful, but I don't love the instant think pieces immediately. Like people don't allow things to marinate. And the moment something debuts, it comes out. And they don't give it a week, 2 weeks. They give it literally the moment after process. Or I think processing is a process. So like any Jordan Peele movie, like the think pieces,
Yeah,
the think pieces that come after that, I'd be so aggravated. Like, yo, you just seen it.
yeah.
Like you couldn't have been acting like this the first time you seen, I don't know, Waiting to Exhale, Friday, like all of those things when social media didn't exist, all
Mm.
those movies. Like, I don't think y'all was grinding John Singleton up after every single movie like this. So just in general, the whole think piece community really irritates me. Really irritates me. Whether the movie is good or bad, I'm just like, bruh, I ain't ready to hear from you yet. Like, can you marinate on it? So
So
yeah,
that
just
mean,
about every.
so I feel like that means you didn't read my photograph movie review that I wrote like a day after, within 2 days of seeing the movie, and I saw it on the day it came out. I guess you didn't.
I didn't, but I'm interested to hear because what do you, I don't want to I don't want to fight you or whatever because I really enjoyed that movie. But what did you say?
No, no, no. I thought it was the best black movie in the black love story in the last 30 years. That
Maybe
was
I did read that.
Yeah, that was
Maybe I
my
did.
that was my take because it was the only one where it wasn't like overt trauma, right? Like people hyped up, and this they didn't hype beast it up like that, but they hyped up Queen and Slim like, oh my god, and I was like, Queen and Slim was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, because I was tired of the narrative. I was tired of
Okay.
the struggle, black love, and all of that, and then you put the trauma on top of it. It was just like, all right, this is bad. This isn't a good movie.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so me watching the photograph, it was like, yo, I left feeling encouraged about black love.
yeah.
Like, rarely do we ever get to leave a black movie and feel encouraged. What, maybe Brown Sugar, maybe, but then you start looking at you got to check and see if you got a best friend that you feeling like that, right? Because
Right,
that's the
right, right,
context
right.
that I was in. Love and Basketball, which people love, one of the most hyped movies of black love and of all time. Like, I don't think it's a great movie at all.
Love and
So
Basketball.
yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. I can definitely watch that like once a month, once every quarter. I'm sorry.
What I mean, what is it about Love and Basketball that's so amazing and so dope? Like,
Yo, so it gives you like high school, like teenage love vibes, which I appreciate in a black kind of way. Like I don't really think there's a lot of like black cinema that's given us the high school teenage love vibes. And we're athletic, like we're not out here having babies and being thotty and stuff like that. Like given that perspective of high school love, I think that was a great movie.
And listen, I might be in the minority. I might be in the
Okay.
minority for a lot of things, but no, I just thought it was like, first I felt like it was like 3 hours. It felt like watching Roots at times. Like, all right, man, like, yo, y'all not grown yet. Like, I felt like it was
Right.
so long, and with Zeke McCall and the All State guy,
You know what it is
his
though?
voice was annoying after a while because I don't sound like
Folks
him.
are tired of Mike people trying to force Mike Epps to be this athletic dude and he
See,
isn't.
you
You
even
know,
call
they
him
gave
Mike
us higher
Epps.
learning. He was a track
Omar
star.
Epps.
Like, nah, nobody's really for Omar Epps and his athleticism. So I get it. But I think Love and Basketball was great. I think the end of it was kind of like, all right, it's time to wrap this up because this is a long ass movie. So they bring them random little boy in there as the son, and then it just kind of ends. So that was weird. But overall, I think Love and Basketball was a great movie. Hey Samira, do you like Love and Basketball? These are all my people right here.
I know. I don't see no. Ain't nobody comment on my jaw.
Your mama laughed. Mom was like,
Yeah, once she
he
left, I
talking
think
about
she took the
this
people with her. Like, she think I keep talking about this polyamory life, man.
Cody. So Cody Brooks is here. Cody, can you elaborate on packing butts? Just so Phil can get a better understanding of what this. I learned packing butts from Cody Brooks. That's one of my buddies. He might not answer right now, but we can
All
move
right. Well,
on.
yeah, Cody. I mean, let us know about the butt packs and all of these things and how it goes down, please. But um, but no, like yeah. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, nah, I'm cool on the hype beast. I was trying to think of something else that people hyped up. Usually, it's something like music or and you play it. And now Cody don't know what you're talking about. See, you try exactly,
You
Cody.
know,
Don't let her do that to you, Cody.
no, Cody, no. I learned this from him. Like smoke, see?
All right, so yeah, like smokes. Oh, I'm trying to think what else that somebody said I was supposed to love, and then I either watched it and I didn't like. Now on the opposite end, on the flip end, you know, something that people was very, and I was like, oh, I'm not doing it out of spite, but like The Office. The Office is one now my favorite TV show of all time. Like
Okay.
it hopped in there. Like I was against it. Like I'm one where I can't see a movie when everybody watches it because again, you get those hype beasts and those think pieces
Yeah.
or what have you. Like Martin, I don't think Martin is that funny of a TV show at all. What else?
I'll give you that. Like I don't like the pressure of having to watch stuff with people or watch it when everybody is talking about it. So I've become in my later years or current age now, where I love Seinfeld. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
See, that's why we
Um,
vibe, man.
yeah, that's why we're here. I'm a huge Larry David fan, like a really big Larry David fan today.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. I love Martin, but you know what? I don't find myself today like I also don't have cable, so that could be why I'm just like Martin. I'm okay without it right now. Probably because I'm okay without a cable bill, but I do find myself longing to watch Jamie Foxx.
What, the Jamie Foxx show?
Yes.
Yo, see, and that's again, this is why we're here, and you know, don't get shorty, don't get sister why vibes off of show because we on the same page. Don't do that, sis. You know what I mean? But no, that's why, yo, I think that's a funnier show than Martin. So that's what I am going to do. I'm gonna give you the questions that, and it was on social media, and it was just like three shows that you can only pick three shows to have consistently, and the only thing you can watch. Everything else is gone. What would those three shows be?
Oh my god. Girlfriends, the Jamie Foxx show.
Yo, don't yo if you get this third one, then
No, I gotta watch Seinfeld.
okay. Well, no,
Those
black
are my
shows.
three.
They were black shows.
Oh, black
Yeah,
shows.
black shows.
Oh, okay. Jamie Foxx, Girlfriends. Everybody hates Chris. That is so important.
Hmm.
That show is so like the comedy, the cult, the history, all of that. Like everybody hates Chris gives you so much all in one like 30-minute episode. So much.
You know, I'll say this. So I'll give mine first, and then I'm gonna comment on that. So, and
Mhm.
again, like I said, this is a lighthearted episode. We ain't getting too serious, with everything that's popping out here. We need to laugh too, man. Um, so mine's are girlfriends.
Mhm.
Mine's is the Jamie Foxx show, and the other one was, I wish I had the list in front of me, is A Different World. Like those three are staples, right? They
Yeah.
different type of comedy, different type of humor. But I do get Everybody Hates Chris. I feel like Tashina Arnold was funnier in that than she was in Martin. And maybe it was because, we adults now and we parents and
We're
we
parents.
understand that a little bit more. Same thing goes with like my wife and kids. Like that is so much funnier. Maybe
Mhm.
because I'm a parent and I understand what what they go through. It's a little silly with Junior and all them, but no, I dig that. I feel like again like it.
So Callie, my daughter Callie watches Everybody Hates Chris too, and when I seen her watching that one day, I was like, "How are you watching?" She was watching a rerun, obviously, and she was like, "It's on Nickelodeon." I was like, "Really?" And I'm thinking like Chris Rock is on Nickelodeon. Like, are they aware of what they did? But anyway, that was like a bonding moment for us, for her watching that show. So anytime I give her Rochelle vibes, she dies laughing. So if I'm like, I don't like curse and like I don't be beating my hard discipline and stuff like that. But when I be like, I'm gonna beat your ass, she dies laughing because that reminds her of Rochelle
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and it's all good. So that's one of my favorite shows. So yeah.
Yo, I wish you could see this cat, man. This cat, buddy. Like he's laying on. Oh Lord, I wish I could turn the camera around for you people. Like I want to. I've been thinking about getting rid of Buddy just because he gets on my nerves. You know what I mean? Like he just don't chill. Like I don't know. Are pets supposed to chill? I feel like
Cats for sure. Cats
yeah.
are.
I feel like
What's Buddy doing?
I mean he just like he like Al Bundy. Remember how Al Bundy used to go sit on the couch, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he do that on the floor and he just it spreads, it spreads eagle. You know,
So Buddy's minding his business, and you want to get rid of him because of that. Wow.
I feel
God's
like,
watching.
and I talked about this earlier. I feel like in these days of the corona, man, like starting to be triggered by everything. Like I'm triggered by just the sight of myself at times,
You
right?
are an angry old man.
No,
You
I'm not. Am I?
No, you
See, you are.
aggravated man. You aggravated man for Martin.
And that hits home. Like, nah, because it's like, man, if you don't sit your dumb ass down, like that's how you don't feel that way sometimes. Like I find myself feeling that way a lot in society. Like I try to couch it by saying, like James Baldwin said, to be a black man in America is to be in a constant state of rage. And
Mhm.
I feel that. I just don't see how
For
people
real.
can just be out here all lollygagging and just laughing at everything, man. Like, and that's just me personally. Like, I always go to the extreme. I'm not like Umar with it. I'm not Umar with it. And you live in Wilmington, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you take a trip to his school to see what's going on? Like when the opening day is? Like,
Yeah, I can take a trip. Yo, somebody posted a ridiculous video of him, and somebody in the comments was like, yo, he is nuts. He tells the truth. He speaks the truth half the time. And they said something else. And whatever it was, I totally agree, because when I watch Umar, I'd be like, here he go, like this. But some of the stuff he's saying, it'd be like he be on point, and I be wanting to agree, but I can't like outwardly agree with him because he is a basket case. So I have to reserve my inner cheer. But overall, he's nuts. But I can try and drive by and see what's going on with the school.
so I don't
I
know.
don't know why this effort to bring this brother on down.
It's not bringing him down. It's just like, no, he is who he is. He is who he thought he was. They said you want to see. I don't know if you saw the video. You want to see the true definition of an F boy, and he was on this live, and he was like, let's say her name is Gertrude. Shout out to Sister Gertrude for cash apping $15. You could have sent 20, sister, but I guess that's all you had. Like,
He's out of control.
like
The video I seen, he was like, he it was talking about contributions, and like, y'all need I need to have, I think he had like 250,000 in donations. He was like, it should have been way more. I should have had what I needed by now. I posted this 10 months ago. I was just like, or 2 years ago, and I was just like, he is wild.
And then the
He's
Frederick
wild.
Douglass bloodline. I just don't want you claiming the Freddie Douglass bloodline, even if you are Freddie D, part of Freddie D
We
lineage.
we question everything we say, but I will say Freddie D could have been an F boy in his, like, he was flawed. Like, he could have had flaws to the point where we would have been like, at the way we are right now, us in this cancel culture, we want to check and bring up and drag up your past. We would not have let Frederick Douglass survive in his day of liberating the people. We'd have drugged that man. Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But Dr. Umar is, and he's openly a nut. Hey, Justin. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Tiana. These are all my people.
Yeah, listen, and I appreciate your peoples for tuning in. And make sure you tell your peoples to go subscribe at Quantify LLC. That might be a little complicated name. I might got to change that to like Phil Roundtree or rhetorically speaking or something. But it's on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe because it's going to
Go
take
to
me
YouTube,
like 500,000
subscribe.
views per day to get like $17 or something like that. You know, because I'm not trying to go back to work, man. Like this unemployment thing is super real. Like it is
Mm-hmm.
super real with these, we got 3, 4 million people out here that are unemployed, and it's just rough. Like I wonder what MLK
Yeah.
would be doing during this time. Right? We talk about
Uber
cancel
Eats.
culture. Like they would have MLK would have been doing Uber Eats. that would be that would be nuts. But I can't say that's not the truth. Like who, like our activists don't got a monthly paycheck or a weekly
Mm-hmm.
paycheck. That's why people were so mad at like Reverend Al and them hopping on everything. It's just like yo, it ain't no pension for them. Like they got to be out
Mm-mm.
here in these streets taking on everything, right? Something going down at your local shop, right? Listen, Reverend Al gonna be there.
It's hard trying to be a revolutionary and trying to liberate the people. Like that's a hard job. You gonna have to. I don't know what it was back then. It wasn't Cash App, obviously, but run them in that money. They out here fighting for the people.
Yeah,
Get them their money. Pay them.
but
You
nah,
got to support.
somebody would have had Martin out here with the white women because we knew that was one of his. It's like many of us brothers. Like the white women is our kryptonite.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's real. Like the white women, man. I mean, now I
yeah.
get, but now I guess it's like the Kardashian type of white women that are people's kryptonite. So let me ask you this. So two things, right? I
Mm-hmm.
sent you a picture earlier, and it was a girl, and she's a dope person. Like she appears to be a dope person. But like every time she talks about all this positive stuff, but it's just like her breasts are out in every joint, and I feel like that's part of like the marketing strategy to get her. Because when I look at it, like I'm not trying to listen to talk about whatever you're talking about. Like I just see cleavage and how you like, left four buttons unbuttoned. Did you
Right.
like why is that? Like I never got a concrete answer as to why y'all walk around in that vibe. And listen, I'm not trying to be a male chauvinist. It's 2020. You can wear what you want. If you wear nothing, I just will not look.
Let me tell you, y'all, I had the camera kind of pans out a little bit, and he was like, I need you to move on in. You got your boobies in the frame. I just want your face in the frame. So that is a you thing. And some men really have this them thing where it's really not just about trying to entice you. Like, yo, I got titties and I don't know what you want me to do with them. Like, I shouldn't have to conceal
That's
my titties every time I interact with someone other than a woman.
not no
So
no no no
I
no.
mean, is that well what wait, I have a question. Is
Go
the
ahead.
sentiment the same about like women breastfeeding in public? Like at
No,
the end of the
it's not.
day,
But I felt
these are my
like with
titties.
her, I felt like it was all contrived, right? Like it was, especially when we live in the area. Like for me, it wasn't a matter of your breast being in the picture or what have you. It was like because I watched the replay of these videos, and so I tell people to move up because so they could see your face instead of your entire person, where it feel like you 1,000 feet away. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
You ain't
that's
say that though. You come on, man, your titties all out. Come on in the frame.
now I
That's
sound
exactly what you
like now
said.
I sound like somebody named Mr. Charles, right? I sound like somebody named Mr. Charles, but not like but her chest was just like on display, right? And
Right.
I've noticed that to be a theme in her video. Now, listen, they were nice breasts. Like, listen,
Right.
I'm gonna big you up. It's not the fact that I'm like put them away or I'm turned on by them,
Yeah.
but it's just like the things that we do and where we are in society. And again, that could be beating a dead horse or what have you, but the things we do to promote ourselves and the lengths that
Yeah.
we will go to promote ourselves. And so it's like
I feel what you're saying, and I won't even front. Like we just how you may have your things. That's why I'm saying it's not just a woman or a man thing. It's a people thing. We all have our one thing about us that we love, that is our best feature, right? So for one person it could be their lashes, it could be their eyebrows, it can be their cleavage, it could be their, lower back or whatever the case. It could be the muscles that taco meat. It could be a a multitude of things that is your personal thing. And if she is bringing you cleavage to the table, then you need to understand as a man that's 35 pushing 48 that titties exist. They ain't going nowhere. They're going
They
to be
not.
here. They
They
rocked you
not.
to sleep at one point.
They
You
did.
need to embrace them.
Now listen, and I think we probably seen so much, and that's the thing. Like my partner was talking about big booties in earlier, like bulls are enticed by it. And I'm like, bulls are still enticed by that? Like,
Yeah.
come on, it's 2020. Like, I lived through the era of the real video vixen. So it's like after a while, the apple bottom jeans. Like I done seen the creation that made. So at this point, it's like, nah, like I'm past that. But I just think it's interesting, man, when we out here and how the lengths that people will go to sell us something, man, to go
Mhm.
viral, right? Like people will
Yeah.
do anything to go viral. Her probably coughing on this. I'm sure it's probably a video out there coughing on that produce and all that. That's like the people. Do you see the people in Texas? Like, I always say, like people.
What part of Texas?
It's Texas. It's all the same. Texas and Florida are
It is
one and
all
the
the
same.
same.
They one and the same. But they was going around licking the ice cream,
Oh my God, yes.
and it's just like, what's up with y'all?
What's
Like why do you want to go viral so bad, right? Like
right.
especially if you're not gonna be able to make no bread off it.
Yeah, I think the need for attention on a social media basis has heightened. Um and it's I think it raises a lot of like questions of somebody's underlying uh mental health. Like why are you out here looking ice cream? Why are you out here looking Ben and Jerry's and putting it back? Why are
Yeah,
you doing this?
yeah, yeah. William Bass said I sound like Uncle Phil.
He
Damn,
do well.
I do. I feel like I sound
You
like
don't
Uncle.
like titties? Titties bother him. He's oh, here we go, titties.
I I can't even say the T word, right? Because I don't feel comfortable in saying it. But
Why are
not
you so uncomfortable with titties? Give me a good titty story. What happened?
no. They listen.
Let's
I
talk about it.
listen. No, I could appreciate them. I appreciate the fun bags. You know what I mean? However, it's still like just how it was going because I think she wants me. And I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I can't take whatever you're saying serious.
Oh God, let me pan this camera
And
up a little.
and I don't want to be that person. I cannot take you that what you're saying to me that serious. Right?
Yo,
Because
I'm gonna take my titties back. I'm gonna take my titties back this way next Thursday. My, I'm gonna
just wear a
I'm gonna give
turtleneck, man.
y'all.
Wear a turtleneck. But no, but she was extra with it though, because she was like, she was in here, and so when you wake up, what's something that gets on your nerves, right? And
No,
so
she
what?
didn't. Shut up.
I'm gonna tag
Shut
you in. I'm
up.
gonna tag you in it. She was like, so I was thinking, and I'm like, sis, you sitting down? Like, why are they going? Why are they trying to talk to me? Right? You trying to mesmerize me. You trying to make me hit this subscribe or like button. But they going back and forth. I can make my
Right.
breasts go back and forth. I just choose
Right.
not to. That's not how I give it up. And so again, I encourage women to do whatever it is that you want. It doesn't mean that she's not intelligent or anything like that. But I think again, so for me, like when I go places to speak, right? Like I don't wear suits. Like that's not my bag. I'm throwing on the same black skinny jeans, same depression or anxiety shirt, and some chucks, and I'm going in and I'm gonna do my thing. I recognize for me that won't get me in certain places because of how my appearance, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
people not going to take me as serious. Yeah, that's a them problem. Um,
Right.
but I recognize that, and so my thing is like, yo, I want to be like, yo, I hope you know that with your tis,
Damn, you can't even say what.
I,
What's wrong with you?
Queen, I hope you know with your tatas out that you might not be taken serious, but you won't get the viewers, right? So again, at the end of the day, if the game is to get your viewers, you're gonna do with it whatever it is. If I could walk around in like a G string or something, and I get 100,000 subscribers, I might do it, right? I
Yo,
might
you
do
know
it.
what? And listen, you gotta deliver the message to the masses in the best way possible. And I feel like this might be a stretch, this might be a reach, but even for the church, like the church is adjusting the way it looks today to get the message out to, attract a certain crowd and touch a certain amount of people, because doing it the same way won't get the message out, won't get the word out. So if she got to pull some titty out, maybe she is grabbing the attention of a brother that just ain't interested in no news. And maybe now he is interested in news because news got titties on it. And he is motivated by titties. But next Thursday, I'm gonna give you soft stud. I'm gonna take these titties down and spread them way under my underarm, and we're gonna be
Well, I
good.
mean, listen, you about 7 to 9 months from that happening anyway. You know what I mean? Like you what? You for 42 and a half? No, no, oh shit. Oh shit. Let me take that back. Not 42 and a half. Give me a higher number.
Girl,
47.
listen,
Give me 47.
in the knees, I am.
Yeah. Right.
Facts. What else are we talking about? What time? Look, it's 9 o'clock.
I
We've
know.
been
I see.
rambling.
Exactly. But you know what? Sometimes we need days like this. And we need days where we could just give it up and just talk about nonsense. I'm trying to see anything else that's going down. I ain't got my shade room up. Let me go to the shade room real quick.
While you go to the shade room, shout out to cousin Mike, Yola Micah. We have the same birthday, November 20th.
Not the
Why
girl
can't
that
I
broke
ask?
not the girl that broke my heart. You ain't say Micah. And
Oh
I
no,
think we
not
had that
not her.
conversation. Yeah, we had that conversation before.
Not her, no.
Messed me all up.
That's my own girl too. But yeah, this is my cousin Mike. All of y'all are y'all brushing your teeth every day? Y'all taking a bath and all that? In the comments, let me know. Let me know. Give me a hygiene update. I need it. I want it. Olivia, you're trying to get in the videos. Get over there and get your posts. So it's me, Phil, and Olivia right now.
Shout out to Olivia. Appreciate you for tuning in. So, two things. And this, we ain't spending no time on that. Listen, the U.S. now has more corona cases than Italy, with more than 80,800 cases. China still leads with 81,000, and it's still about the results that haven't come back in yet. So that's on the shade room. But this one is interesting. Somebody said they should remake Flavor of Love with Boosie.
How to wait? That's a transition. We told okay.
Yeah, so now I just wanted to throw that out there. But nah, the story about Boosie is way more important than us leading the world than corona cases.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So Boosie, here's my thing with him. Before I can really give Boosie any time of day, in my life personally, he's going to have to address this white stuff that he accumulates in the corners of his mouth. I got nothing for bro. I have nothing for Boosie. I can't. I don't want to see nobody kissing him like they. I'd rather watch people kiss Flav than Boosie. I know.
I mean,
I know
is
that
there a
sounds
difference? Is there a
crazy.
difference?
You know what? They kind of the same person.
You would think. I feel like if you could remake Public Enema, it would be. Yeah, who said that? Public Enema. John Witherspoon. God bless the dead.
Yes. I
God bless
was
the
like,
dead. Um, and shout out to Michael Toon. Then both Michaels and Michael Caper said, "Can that even be remade?" I think so. I think it would. We would know that it's super fake, like
yeah,
beyond this world. Um, like with the original Flavor of Love, it was some people there you really thought might be in for love. You know what I mean? But now it's
right,
just like
right.
it's no way in hell. I think For the Love of
Yeah.
Ray J ended all of that where we knew the ish was fake. Um,
Hmm.
but what was I saying? But no, yeah, if you remade like Public Enema, you put like Boosie And
You can't stop saying Public Enema.
you know who Public Enema would be? Lil Boosie and like Bun B.
Okay, I can. Okay,
That would be the equivalent of Chuck D
and
and
Flavor Flav.
Flav.
Yep, you're right. That's good. Did you think about that
I did.
prior to mentioning, or was that on the fly? Because that's really good, Phil.
Listen. That was fresh off top, and that's what
Oh
because
my
I'm
god,
drinking the matcha.
I'm gonna drink to
I'm
that.
cheers to the matcha. No, I think a little Boosie remake of a flavor of Boosie's World or something like that. Yeah, you got to be bold as hell. Not Bun B, then who? Jasmine Earlene Petaway. Um,
Not early.
but yeah, no, it would be disgusting to see Boosie on. I wouldn't watch at all. Just
No, I'm over it. But I'll be damned if we don't give Flav, we don't pay him homage for the being the king of, what is that, social, or no, what is that, reality TV dating show.
yeah, for sure.
He's like,
Foofy
yeah,
Foofy, like he started all of this.
he
Foofy
did.
Foofy
He was the
started all of
man. He
this.
started it all. I was to the point where I was so invested and I thought it was so real that I was like, oh my gosh, she's not right for Flav. Like that, she is not the one for Flav.
Yeah,
Flav. I would be like talking to the TV like that. So I was really invested.
you do seem like one of them people that be talking to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
You low key, you low key. What show would you be in? I'm gonna tell you my thoughts.
None of them.
Lies. You definitely are. Um, if you how can I put this? You definitely are like a real housewife. I could see you on there. You just got to get like the makeup artist to make your face in the long weave so y'all all look alike, like they all do.
First of all, I don't even wear like. I'm not even that girl.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like you could. I think you could fit in on that. I think you could fit in on you like a B storyline on Love and Hip Hop. You a B level Love and Hip Hop Philly version.
Okay. Philly version.
Yeah, Philly version. So it'd be like you, Jasmine Sullivan, Miss J, you know the one who used to rap.
Okay, so you add me in there with some queens, but you're trying to diss us because you no. Either way, I'm offended because I would not be doing any of these shenanigans.
She could be on the real. Please take Amanda Seales spot. I hate Amanda Seales. I told you my Amanda Seales story, right?
You did not.
I did not tell you my Amanda Seales story. All right, so get ready.
I like Amanda Seales because I understand her.
I take my glasses off. You're an angry black woman too. She's actually the female version of me, if we keep it a being.
Okay.
And so.
And I don't find anything wrong with you. So if y'all comparing each other, if there's a parallel somewhere, then I'm okay with whatever you're about to explain.
I had trouble getting sexy earlier without my glasses on. So.
You are trying hard to adjust. Come on, pupil.
No, I had to take them off. So this is what happened with Amanda Seales, right? So like I had a crush on her for a little bit. Shout out to you and your coworker. So I had a little crush on Amanda Seales. Listen, she's an attractive woman. But again, I'm at that age where, listen, your physical beauty can be diminished by what you say out your mouth. And so she always seemed to be coming at black men. And I always come at black men because I want to hold them accountable. But she's so malicious, I feel like, but I do it out of love, right? Because I am one. And so she said something, and I went on the Shade Room, and I was just like, yo, don't have her out here having y'all relationshipless, right? Because it's something related to communicate or something like that. And right. So she hit me in the DM, right? And so I see the DM, and she's like, oh, you a clown. And I said, all right, cool. I can be a clown, right? But that still doesn't negate my point. Right. And so she blocked me. And so the reason why she called me a clown, right? So I was in her DM maybe about 3 years ago. Sometimes you just shoot a shot just to see how it go. You know what I mean? It's like a heat check. And so I shot it in her DM. I sent the like she wasn't following me, so it was probably in like the spam joint, like that other box. And so when she went to check it, she saw a picture of me. And it was a picture of me from Vegas. I was looking kind of scrumptious. I would say so myself. I was about 212, right? I did have the bedroom eyes. I didn't need the glasses. I had the
You
little
sent her a picture in your DM,
in her
in a DM,
in her DM. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was
right?
like, you could use this for MCM. LOL. LOL. Right? And so that was it. I was just playing. I probably wasn't tipsy. I probably just did it just because. But sis, don't call me a clown because of that. Like, listen, this 2020. Like, you really got to be out here, and I'm gonna have a dating coach on next week. My friend Veronica Mobley on talking about why this is a perfect time to date. Why you still can date in the midst
Mm-hmm.
of home quarantine. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was just like, yo, and that just made me like I was already soured on her before, but it was just like, all right, man, like I'm cool on you. I'm not putting the real on. I don't want to hear your commentary. I'm just not interested in anything that you have to say. I went and saw her live show. What's that joint? Smart, Funny, and Black. It was
Smart
corny.
Funny and Black is so
It was
good. You didn't like it?
corny. It was weak. It was weak. No. It
Maybe.
might not have been Smart, Funny, and Black. She didn't start Smart, Funny, and Black. Yeah, this was just her doing comedy for like an hour or
Okay.
so. And she
Okay.
went, and I was like, yo, this is trash. I took my homegirl Tish with
Smart
me.
Funny and Black was so great. I seen it when I was in Dallas, and I will say, experiencing certain things in Philly, you already know what I mean when I say in Philly. Like Philly is one of the cool, like, has some of the coolest people on the planet, to the point where they cannot just enjoy. It's like, look at my fly. This is who I am. It's status. It's all these things. In Dallas, when I seen that show, I had the time of my life. I went alone, and I felt like I was there with my cousins. So, Smart, Funny, and Black is a really, really great idea. It's an amazing concept. She executed it well. It was great. It was fun. It was dope. I hope when Smart, Funny, and Black does come back to this area, I'll come with you, and I'll force you to enjoy it. But you are associating your disdain for her because you were black. I'm gonna need you to
No.
out
Because
your
I saw
feelings.
what she did to the Bull Myron role, right? She had this whole thing going with and then she tried to backtrack. She never apologized to him for staining his reputation. If y'all don't know, and I don't want to mess the story up, it was like some guy was just like showing up butt naked to women's cribs. Right, like in a robe and shit. And again, I'm probably messing the story up, but go Google it.
Right,
And it came out that it was potentially him, right? And
right.
she confirmed it, but yet she didn't. It wasn't, and she didn't go back and retract the statement. And it's just like, yo, you messing with
She
somebody's.
did. She did retract the
It was
statement.
flimsy though. It was one of
It
those.
was flimsy.
I'm
I
sorry
agree.
y'all took it that way, but it's blaming the people. It's one of those apologies. Like I'm sorry y'all took
I
it that
agree.
way.
I agree. I think that was the one thing that black dudes had a moment where they were like, "Oh, this is something that I can cling to and confirm that I fucking hate her." So I feel like that's your thing that you're clinging to, along with her blocking you. Rightfully so. You sent her a weird muscle pic in her
It
DM,
wasn't a
and
muscle pick. I was fully clothed.
you sent her a pic telling her to post it for what is it, MCM, and yeah,
But you throw the
you
LOLs behind it. And again, it's nothing like people think, first off, popping up, and this is another conversation as we got 15 minutes left before we wrap up. But popping in
okay.
somebody, and listen, it's 2020. Pop
Yeah.
in the DMs. Like you can pop in the DM if you want, right? You might not get read, you might not get seen. Again, don't send no penis pics or nothing like that. Like that's inappropriate. But
Jazz,
if you
he's so crazy, Jazz.
but
He's
if you
wild, and you wild entitled on these social
No,
medias.
it's like, yo,
And
what's the worst you could do? Like, ignore it. Like, I got cracked on. I was telling a story about how this woman cracked on me. I've been accepting like a whole. Apparently, I have a slew of friend requests, and they just keep appearing. I accepted this woman. If you're watching, shout out to you, Queen. You know, no shade to you, but I got to tell the story. And she started
mhm.
hitting me up like, "Oh, thanks for the ad. All right, no problem, sis. oh, oh, you're locking your hair, me too. I said, all right, that's what's up, right? It's one of those small talk, Jay. And she was like, oh, like, your hair is so beautiful and your smile is so beautiful. And it was just like, I respect the jump shot, right? I
Right,
respect the jump shot. I'm never going to tell you not to shoot because you never know. I might be, you know, on that type time where I'm like, oh, all right, what's up with you? Yeah, right? Where we
right.
could potentially hit it off. Um, like the boy who I think I said this to you weren't on this week. But the boy, he was like, he going on a cyber date with this girl that he met in D Night's house party. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen if you don't go into somebody's DM. It just doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Right? So
Damn, I should have utilized D Nice's party to my benefit because my future husband could have been in there. I felt like I was commenting, he should have just noticed me. That's just really how it is for me anyway. Like, hello, I exist. You didn't know I was giving you energy. I'm existing.
y'all
You
love
should know.
y'all love that, man. Y'all love that. Like y'all love like and that's why I say I'm bad at flirting. I'm bad at understanding the energy. You know what I mean? Because I'm a misreader. I misread
Yeah,
everything, right? So I
yeah.
don't even want to try to attempt like that's
This is why photograph was so good because at the end it showed Issa shooting her shot. It showed like she showed up wherever where were they in London or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like she just kind of popped up. You know what I mean? Like shoot, I'm trying to get better with that because I'm not really good with rejection. Like you can't tell me if I shoot my shot at you, you can't be like, I got a girl. Like, nah, bro, you got two girlfriends now because I'm not taking no for an answer. Do you understand? Like, you can't tell me no. So I need to work on that, and I'm gonna start working on shooting my shot too. So
Listen,
what's up, y'all?
you gotta listen. You gotta shoot your shot out here, man. Because again, closed mouths not gonna get fed. Like, and we owe it to ourselves to try different things. No matter if it's a show or coming on as a guest host or what have you. I guess they logged me out of watching the live video. Um, but we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to ourselves to just try different things, see if it works for us. If it don't, you might gotta tailor your game. Like bulls want to know that somebody like them too. We just not out
Yeah.
here. Um, I sh- yeah. See, I don't. I haven't been shooting my shot heavy. I haven't shot my shot in a few years. Right. I thought I saw a name sign in. I haven't shot my shot in a long time. Let the record show. But not.
Uh oh.
Listen, you gotta listen. You got to, and I wish I had like the confidence now, confidence then that I have now, where I still internalize it a little bit. If and when I do get shot down ever again, or back when I was out here like dating for real. Um, but it's so much easier now. Like you could hit the DM, you could send you could. Never mind. I'm not telling
You
my
know,
game.
that's good. That's good that you mentioned about internalize because internalizing as a high school teenage man or young adult, the response will be if you get turned down, you'd be like FUB. But what's internalizing it now as a man and it's in the DM, not in person? Like, what is that like? Is that another show? Because I want you to answer that, and then I want you to encourage men to um maybe spruce up their social media presence. If you are sliding into my DM, I'm gonna need you to post, better pictures. I'm gonna need you to do better, like stop with the weird faces. Sometimes you don't have no neck, weird background, bed don't have no frame or headboard, things like that. If you could just put some encouragement out there for men.
So what was the first? What was the first thing?
So internalizing the rejection
Rejection.
as a man today versus back in the
Oh no no
day.
no! This is much easier now, right? You
Mm-hmm.
could you could get your flirt on, and you don't even got to say words with the flirt. You could just press the button. You know what I mean? Like you could, and F it. I see. I don't know what I could say or what I can't say, right?
Yo, Miss
But
Dukes, Miss Dukes is like, I'll hey big head you to death. Hey big head. Phil, I feel like that's your thing too. I feel like you hey big head people. You give me hey big head vibes.
Listen, so exactly, we from the walk around with the pen and paper era. Meet chicks at the gallery. I ain't never meet nobody at the gallery. But I used to post up outside Central High School. I was the only one with a car, so me and my homies would drive from Lincoln all there. But no, it's much easier. Now, like you could just send heart eye emoji, right? You could be in the Insta story, like you hit the I heart the heart joy, and you know it's gonna be a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? Like it's not just one; it's a whole bunch, and it's just like it give off that little flirt vibe. And I'm a flirt. We talked about that earlier on my Facebook
Mhm.
Live. Um, even though but I recognize that I gotta be more mindful of like flirting. Like I flirt without intention, right? Like 99.8% of the time, I flirt without intention, right? Where it's just like and as I said it earlier, it's a heat check. You got to check the temperature sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you do.
it's the same reason why, like when we go out to like now we just go to a bar every now and then, if that. But we go to the bar, like yo, even if you're in a relationship, you still got to check and see if you got it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
make sure I'm still cool out in these streets. Like I could pull her if I want to.
Right.
And so, but no, it's much easier now. Back then, the heartbreak used to be like real. Like it'll have you self conscious. Like, and what? Because you
Yeah.
start questioning, what is it? Is it my lay? Right? Is it my cut? Am I just unattractive? Like, what you start? Is it my
Some
car?
of the responses after a no, I would be like, damn. Well, now that I think about that as a mindful adult, I'm like, damn, the way he responded to that no, like, bro got mommy issues. Like he got like why he had to curse me out because I wasn't interested. Like, did you not realize? I don't know, you had a freaking Newport hanging off your lip or earwax oozing out of your ear
Yeah.
or you had that little boosie crowded around the sides of your mouth. I said no. I said what I said. So
Or it's the fact that, and again, we talk about my South Street era where it's first I'm walking down South Street with me, Reese, uh Aaron Desso and Eric Bethio. It's four of us, and we walking up on you. You know what I mean? Like,
mm,
why would you even at a
yeah, that's
young
right.
age,
Ed Nettie.
right? Like that's kind of nutty. Or if you the only bull walking up to a group of girls, like be prepared to get shot down. You got to be smooth, right? I'm gonna tell you the game. I'm gonna tell you this one time because this is one of my proudest moments. So they call it the Phil Roundtree night. Like if you ask my homies and they like,
You
yo,
have a night?
I got a whole day. They like, yo, what's the Phil Roundtree day? Right? And so went to the gym, played basketball. Game went to 11. I had 10 out of 11 points. Right? We went to we went to the hibachi. This back when they used to have parties in the hibachi.
Mm-hmm.
I was 7 for 7. Everything I cracked, right? And I pulled.
Wow.
We went to the strip club, Night on Broad, right? We
Oh my
went in
God.
there.
Epic night. Night on Broad.
We
What's
went in,
that?
right? Ended up leaving with the little stripper babe. You know what I mean? Rolling. It's they was like when y'all walked in, and I got the picture. It's my first Facebook picture because I got the night up there. I had
Wow.
on some loafers, and they was like, "Yo," when y'all walked in, they was like in the back. They was like money in the building, and it was just like I had no money. They didn't know that it was just all a lie. But I had the little buffalo jacket on. I remember the lay to the T. I had a buffalo jacket, buffalo jeans, had some Steve Madden shoes on, in an Express T-shirt. Played their part. Got back to my homie crib because boys don't really want to see you win, so they might know she can't
Mm-hmm.
get in the wheel with us. Went to my man crib. I start rolling up in his room because the girl had some marijuana on her, and it was a rap. Like it was an amazing day. Like I'll never
Mhm.
replicate that like in my
Right.
life. You know what I mean? And so for that, I got to get out of here, fat boys, and you know why your jeans so tight. Like you got to take that on the head, and so I recognize that all my rejections were leading me to that night. They were leading me to that night.
What
oh,
crazy wild night. Um,
oh yeah, Ty, we definitely use that all the time. Give me a number before I don't want it no more. I don't know how many times it worked, but
you use that?
yes, because you gotta,
Somebody said that in the comments.
yeah, because you gotta try and make them laugh. That's the thing. You gotta make them laugh.
Okay, Ty. Oh, I probably would have fell for that silly shit.
Ex-
I definitely would have been like, okay.
Nah,
Oh
but you
my
gotta
god.
listen. You gotta be clever out here, man. I remember I went one time. This was a party at Manny Young Brewery, and it just started. But you can't seem pressed. See, when y'all sitting with y'all friends, right? You can't be the boy that's seem pressed. So I walked up to her and I was like, "Listen, I just want to let you know that you killing it tonight," and walked away. Stepped
Mm,
off.
we love that.
Walked
We
off.
love that still. We still love that. Please compliment me and get the hell on
And
so I
roll.
can stalk you later. Please get
That's
the hell
it.
on
See,
out of here.
and again, I didn't. I knew the game. See, I had like a 1-2 year span where I just knew the game.
I'm shocked. Okay.
I ain't
I'm a
got it
little
no more.
shocked.
I ain't got it no
I
more.
know you don't have it now.
Yeah, I'm ass with it. Like
Oh man,
I
this
don't.
has been great.
Yeah, I know. Damn, we coming up on 9:30. So you said give some tips to the brothers who are hopping in the DM. Like, I mean, listen, we're not good
Social media presence.
social media presence. So I think
Mhm.
just I want to say show your personality because I think a lot of us we not, especially at the 30s, we not the ones who like take those selfies and you know what I mean we not really flicking it up all like that.
Oh, y'all taking selfies. Y'all,
Are
y'all
we?
taking selfies. Y'all begging for food in the DM. Y'all doing all a gang of dumb stuff. Like a gang of like questionable, like, bruh, what's up? Get out of here. I'm about to block you. I find myself blocking, especially on Facebook. I block so many dudes on Facebook. Just being just weird. Just weird. But the social media presence translates into the dating apps because the dating apps is still social media.
Yeah.
It's just specified for dating, but it's essentially the same thing. And I'm just saying like a lot of like weird pictures. I'm talking about like your neck is gone and all that kind of stuff. Weird smiles, a little sassy looking. It's like I don't know really who's your target at this point. Um, it just ain't there. It's weird. And I have a lot of things where I've become like the master of understanding what kind of men are on these dating apps. Like men who don't smile a lot, I know they're probably missing their starting lineup, teeth. Hats all the time, hairline, you playing hat tricks on me. And then the biggest one, Ty, so about looking sad. They be looking sassy. Who was your target? The major one for me because I'm 5'8", and I, despite what you have lied and told the Department of Motor Vehicles, your ass is 5'7", and you keep putting 5'11". You're not 5'11". You 5'7". And then when you meet me, you like, oh, you tall. No, you short. You sure? I don't have time to play with nobody's kids. You sure? So, so the height thing, I can always tell that by like the light switch or the door frame.
So fellas, you listening? Do not take a picture by the light switch or the door frame. Like you, I gotta look out for the
That's a
homies.
dead giveaway. Like, oh, this somebody's child. So, yeah, it's just the social media presence for dudes. They do need to step it up. And then they get all in your DM, and then they get when you be like, nah, and they internalize that, and they get the ego bruise just like they would in person back in high school. It's just like, nah, you look a mess. You look a mess on here. Like, fix yourself. Put your you could the dating apps. You literally put in your top 5 pictures. So come on, this is the best you can give me.
So
Come on.
I feel like because I'm sure I got like a plenty of fish account still roaming out there, or coffee meets bagels. That's still even though I don't have the app on my phone. Uh, you know, I'm trying to think of my pictures. Yeah, you do want to put your best pictures, even if it's not what you look
Ew.
like right now. Like the pictures I got up there right now, I know exactly what they are. They're from when I went to the Eagles game in Atlanta what was that, 3-4 years ago now. Like that's
Yeah.
still up there. Like I didn't lock my hair, my hairline. I took a half a step back. I'm about 20 pounds heavier. So yeah, I get that. I get that. But again, like but I think it's the quality of the apps too that you're going on. Like Plenty of Fish. Like, listen, be prepared to end up on, um, Evil Lives Here or First 48. You're gonna be a part of a crime. Like, just be aware because I feel like it's the bottom of the barrel. Now I met one of my closest homegirls. I met her on there just because again, I just be like, I like talking to people. You know what I mean? It don't
Right.
matter where I talk to you at. But majority, and again, and I feel like, never mind, I can't say that. Let me take that back.
Why?
No, because it's no, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't want to say it.
Okay.
Like
No pressure.
yeah, but I feel like when you're on there, like your filters got to be spot on, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and when I say your filters, like how are you going around, like within 10 miles of you, with 20 miles? What type of degree? If you want somebody with a degree, or height requirements, maybe you got to go up a little bit. You can't say 5'8".
Right.
You got to go 5'10" and have room for error. What you're looking for, white, black, Asian. Like I feel like you got to be super specific, and then your write up got to be like immaculate, right? It got to show like your humor. It got to show like your goals and all of this stuff. But I think women have it harder on these apps because bulls, a lot of people are just looking to at the physical, and they can't even get past that. So
Yeah. Um, I feel like you got to be strategic on these dating
shoe
apps.
lifts.
You really got to be strategic. I definitely strategic. I have my active
So
pictures.
what? Wait. So time out. What are you on? Let's talk about
I'm
that.
on I'm on Tinder and I'm on Hinge.
So
And I I don't I don't instantly advance dues to texting because my phone, I feel like I don't want you just hitting my phone. Oh, snap, my battery, my laptop's dying. Yeah. So I don't want you just hitting my phone whenever,
yeah.
but you could just hit me through the app. That's cool, whatever. I don't want you to have that kind of access to me. So but I'm strategic about the way my profile looks. And it's real. It's me. Like I'm giving you my life, myself. I got natural, no makeup, kinky hair, all of that. I got made up. I got all different kind of things. So I put effort into it. And I'm just saying what I'm swiping, what I'm constantly going this way for is just like dudes just putting zero effort. And it's wow. It's really crazy. It's like,
So I'll say that like, especially because I had a Tinder at some point, and the downside was it was no like women of color on there at all. Like it was just I would get like 75 white women, and then I would get like one sister. So that could be part of it. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's like a lot of these joints is quantity over quality. I'm sure if you might gotta take the step up and pay the 19.95 a month for Match, or Black People Meet. Exactly, man.
right.
They probably the same quality of people, but I see you with a white guy.
I don't see that. But whatever.
But he gonna be like a Travis Kelsey white guy.
Yeah, if he was a white guy, he would literally have to be, and I'm not saying like affecting his day to day, his mental health, fighting for the people, but he gonna have to be like a front line, like this is who I am, type of dude. But I don't really see that. And you know what, Phil? The more, and this might be some weird like stuff that I'm about to say, but whatever. But the more I get connected with my true authentic self, the more I just keep like loving and learning myself, the more distant I become from meeting my person,
No,
because
it makes
it
sense.
was so easy for me to be with anybody when I just was not giving a damn. Like I could find somebody like this, but today I'm just like, where is my person?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that's part of it. Like when you do that internal work,
Yeah,
it really eliminates it like right there. Like, my ex, I think she got me blacked. She got me blocked on Facebook or something.
Yo,
But
story of your life. You're blocked on everything.
nah, but it was like I told this. I always tell the story about how she's the reason I went back. I started therapy like really consistently a few years back, and then we tried to date afterwards, and I was like, oh God, like
Mm,
no, like I was becoming like physically nauseous, like
right.
from the interactions, and it was just like, nah, I did too much work on myself now to just accept anything. And so
Mm,
yeah, when that happens, and the good news is there's a lot of brothers that are going to therapy and and really starting to do that internal work. But I think about my men's group in particular, but most of them are in like relationships, right? But they all get to that point um where they realize like, yo, everything that I've known and the thought I wanted, or people that I thought I wanted to hang around, like it's a shift. And
hmm
I'm noticing that in brothers, within that 30 to 40 range, like it's just a fundamental shift. Well, not 30, but like 33, 34 and up,
Right.
where it's like that fundamental shift where it's just like, yeah, let me really focus on myself out here.
Yeah, like nah, sis.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
ain't the time. And yeah, I feel like the more I grow, the further I am from like finding my person. But I'm adamant and just not just for the sake of keeping somebody around. I just be like, so it's been a tough quarantine
Yeah.
to reel it on back in. You know what I mean? It's this quarantine has been challenging. Um, but I'm hanging in there. I still have a pulse. I've been flicking my bean, drinking wine, water, kombucha. What else have I been doing? Working,
that just hit me.
meditating.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, listen, and that's what we gotta do, man. Listen, and it's not having somebody is cool for sure, but I think if I didn't have a partner, that I would still be in a good place. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we still want that companionship just because we're human. That's why so many people are going through it right now because we're, again, I always say we're designed to be interconnected with one another. And so not only um in this aspect, but just physically, like proximity wise, like we're supposed to be next to people. We're supposed to be engaging with people in that capacity because it's just the
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's that white people wine kicking in. What is it? Mean white wine. So
Sweet white wine. That's
yeah.
sharp. It's sharp now. I'm drinking. Is this? Oh, what is this? It's just a blend. I don't even know what the hell this is. Cheap white wine.
But that's, listen, keep white wine. We about to have a game show, like for the love of Ash. And I'm gonna be the co-host. I'm gonna be the host.
Would you?
And we gonna do it all. Yo, I've been sitting here like everybody is a creative, like during the quarantine. You know what I mean? Like everybody is a creative during the quarantine. We like I'm seeing so many videos popping up, so many podcasts popping up. Like people just try to figure shit out. Like I had an idea, like, yo, I want to do a spelling bee. Right? Like
Oh.
I want to host like a spelling bee on like well, I say I need something where it could be like multiple people. But
hmm
like, yo, like why not have a spelling bee? Like us, this really the first time us adults gotta sit down
I'm
and
trying
we
to process spelling bee. I'm just trying to figure it out. People are already sick of their kids, just in general, trying to figure out lesson plans with their kids and just trying to understand middle school homework and all that. So spelling bee, I don't know. People are really over their kids. I don't know if
but
they
no,
want
no,
to do
no.
anything
Adult
educational.
an adult spelling bee.
Right. I'm just saying educational related.
Nah, because then
People
you
are
could
just,
you could get you gotta take a shot every time you get a word wrong.
oh, okay.
You know what I
Anything
mean? Like,
alcohol
so there you go. Yeah,
encouraged.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
I feel you. Okay.
so for the love of Ash, we could have it. Have brothers up each. Give them 20, 30 seconds to pitch you on why they should want to be able to get your IG name. You know what I mean?
Mm. I like that. So, oh wait, do you want me to say my IG name?
Well, I mean, you're gonna give it out anyway, and it's,
Uh,
I'm sure there's some creep boys in here that's gonna follow up and hit the DM. But no, I'm talking about like we might do that for a show for the love of
Yo,
Ash.
let's think about that. Let's process and try to execute this because yeah, if I'm gonna be locked in this apartment, I'm gonna need, you know,
Yeah, some of that Corona pain. I get it.
this,
I get it. Right.
what's going on? I gotta use it before I lose it. I need to use it. So what's up?
Word. So
What's
listen,
up?
this yeah, I don't even know how to close the show out. Shout out to you for being on here. We done flick beans, we done Corona peen. Like it's just so much going on right now. But no, Ash, I definitely appreciate you. How can the people get in contact with you?
Yo, follow me on Facebook, Ashley Guy, on Instagram, Ashley G underscore 1120. That's where I'm at all the time.
Word. And she's a comedian if you haven't
I'm a
checked it
comedian.
out. If you haven't figured that out, she is just funny. She's a storyteller type of comedian,
I
not like a
am.
knock joker. You know what I mean?
I
So
don't do that.
no, listen, Ash, I appreciate you. Everybody who tuned in, I appreciate you. Make sure you go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Quadify LLC, QUAD is in dog, EFY LLC. Check out the website, quadifyllc.net. I'm about to come out with that merch. My God, over Corona. That's coming soon to y'all. No doubt.
Black folks know how to
Man,
capitalize.
I was sitting here earlier and I was like, because I got the machine over here and I was like, yo, my
We gonna find our moment. You
listen,
hear me?
and people gonna be like, but you don't even believe in Jesus, but you got a Jesus piece, and I'm gonna say exactly, and it came from the My God Over Corona t-shirts. So listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I might do a special joint tomorrow morning around 11 a.m. So stay tuned. But you've been tuned into Rhetorically Speaking. Peace.
Peace.